Wake up, wake up, wake up, and stay woke. Cause this is the Ball Hog Sports Talk with your boy, B Brown, ESQ, aka the Ball Hog, aka the Mouth of the South. This is the place where sports, business, and entertainment collide. And we're gonna give it to you rough, rugged, and raw. So come get you a spoonful, like some grits with butter and salt. You know how we do it in the South, y'all. Make sure you do not get caught in your feelings. Strap on your seatbelt and enjoy the ride. Come on, let's go, 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 go.
Normally this would be Friday morning, but it's not Friday morning, it's a Tuesday. That is the intro, but this is not the normal scheduled time, the normal scheduled place, but yet and still we still here, man. I appreciate you. You know what it is, B Brown, ESQ, aka the Ball, aka the Mouth of the South, with my boy, the Big Flow Show.
And as always, what's good, America? What's good? Today's a special day in America, though, right? What day is it today in New Jersey? What day is it?
It's election day. That's why I'm calling you the therapist. You saw my tweet, you saw my post, and you was like, "Nah, we got to capture this." You got to
do something, man. It's game day, man. You know what I'm saying? Just want to make sure, dog. I mean, it's game day, it's election day, game day, election day. It's the same thing. You got to be thinking right now in your mind, you know, what's going on exactly. You know. You gotta be thinking, baby. Every superhero has to have a theme song, man. Today's one of those days, right?
You didn't know this before. That's my song, man. Luke, man, that's my song.
We gotta be ready for it, baby. I don't know. You gotta have the butterflies, right? You about to get on stage.
Okay, where you are. You hear that music, you know what time. Let's go time.
I gotta give him that little hook, and then we gotta get up out of there. But
I know, right? We don't have the rights to it, but
let that beat drop. Let that beat drop.
What a song. What a song. You never knew that was my song.
I didn't know that was your song. But you know, the only thing is, man, you said it's one shot. This your second shot. Right?
My second shot.
So on that note, hey, guys, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get any cease and desist copyright type stuff going on here. But, you know, get you in the mood right now, right? This is game day. You're a competitor. You're an athlete. You know, you're athlete first, scholar first, athlete second, politician third, right?
Right.
You know, let's put you in there. I don't want to tell you guys he's going to be fully dedicated to the job, but, you know, that's who you're dealing with. You know, how does it feel today, man? Do you feel the same way today that you feel on a normal game day, or do you have a different set of emotions because it's politics?
Exact same as a game day, man. Nervous. I posted that tweet that went out was at midnight, and I really couldn't sleep. It was like, you know, it felt, and that's why I said that, you know, it's sort of like game day because it was that same. You remember when we were down in Plymouth before games and you couldn't sleep, you're restless, you thinking about every play that you're gonna make, how you're gonna run down on kickoff or whatever your first time out on the field will be.
Did you get some Holtz, or did you just go straight?
I got Holtz.
So the visualization period. You got to go through the visualization period. You sitting down and you're thinking about it, and you get your mind right. What was your pregame ritual?
Thursday I had to get the haircut. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't do that no more. My hair looking bad, bro. COVID messed all of that up. Look good, feel good, play good. You know, like grammatically, that's not right. That's
when you're our age and you still have a bad hairline, you stunting.
I'm winning by having the bad hairline.
I need to get my hair. I got so much hair up here. I got to get it cut. So I got to get somebody to fix it. Just grow so much. It's all over the place. That's stunning to me.
That thing is bad, man. But Thursday was the get the haircut. Friday, you know, you do the walkthrough. I'm you know, even before Coach Holtz, and when he would do the visualization period where he would have us turn the lights off, lay on the carpet, and basically take us through meditation. It was meditation.
Imagine yourself being successful.
Yeah.
Let your right arm slip into the carpet.
Let it slip into
your ass is totally relaxed.
He was hypnotizing minds. Yeah, but even before that, I was always a very visual person. My brother was 10 years older than me, so he always said, you know, before you make a play, you got to see it in your head. Before you run a certain time on a track, you got to see it in your head. And so I was always very visual even before that. But that meditation period took me to another level. And, you know, It's funny that you Lose Yourself, bro, because before my LSAT exam, getting ready for law school, before my GMAT for business school, before so many moments that didn't have to do with sports, I played that song because that's essentially what you do. You lose yourself in the moment, right? It's like, so yeah, man, that was my ritual. The night before, though, I always struggled with sleeping. I never could eat before games.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Some people, are you an eat no eat guy?
I haven't. I've had an orange today. I had to make myself eat that. I didn't eat yesterday. Yeah, I'm always the nervous energy guy, man. Where the butterflies and you gotta care enough, right?
You shouldn't be nervous if you're not prepared. Were you prepared for this election? Did you do everything you could do to get right?
I did everything. So nervous is probably bad. More like good energy as opposed to calling it nervous.
Shouldn't be nervous. You're ready for it. If you put a rope on the floor and told you to walk, a plank across the floor, and you told you to walk across, you walk across, no problem. You take that same plank, you put it on two skyscrapers, and then your ass gets nervous. Why? It's the same plank. You walk through it. That's what you're doing right now, baby. This ain't nothing different. What'd you do different this time than you did the last time?
More knocking on doors, which was interesting because of COVID, because no one wants you to knock on the door, but putting door hangers out,
throw a rock at the window. Were you throwing rocks at windows? Hey, vote for B. Brown.
Straight up. You know what I mean? Like you had to do dove calls and everyone's attention, but because people don't want face-to-face interaction right now.
I never thought about how bad did it, because back in the day, you used to shake everybody's hand. Go in there,
shake your hand. You can't shake nobody's hand now. You literally got to brush elbows. Bro, that used to be just a phrase. Yeah. So I did more of that, just getting out more. I think just making sure that I looked at what I did last time and tried to cross the T's, dot the I's, and we shall see. Right, the vote's not in, but. And I told my sons, I tell them this all the time about sports. The outcome is going to be what it's going to be. It's God's plan now. It's in God's hands. But you want to look at the journey. You want to look at the preparation. Make sure you did everything that you could do. And yeah, I feel like I did everything, man. So
is it
up at night, just I care. I care.
When you look at an election compared to a sporting event and how it works out, obviously you're playing a football game. You give me the ball. If it comes down to it, I can juke, I can run faster, I can drop my shoulder, I can stretch it, I can want it more.
Right.
It's different when you've done it, when the game is already over. You just don't know the score.
Yep.
So now you got to sit back and wonder, did I run fast enough?
Yeah.
Did I lift enough and whatever? How is that as a competitor? How is that different for you, not being able to just go out there and give it that last 10 seconds, that last 15 seconds that you want to give it to? You can't do it. The game's already done.
Right. In sports, I guess the difference would be you control the outcome with your preparation, but then you also control your outcome on game day. Here, you only get to sort of influence the outcome during the preparation and during the campaigning. But on game day, election day, I've got one vote that maybe if it comes down to one vote, I
hopefully
control
it was
the
the one that you did your wife vote yet? Hey, baby, did you get out and vote yet?
She claimed she voted for me, but I wasn't in there. So, at this point, you don't know. I didn't watch the
she had that job. She might have you out of the house enough. I don't need you out there.
Right.
Let me vote for these other peoples and see what's going on.
But yeah, not controlling the outcome is a trip, man. I guess it's sort of like, as a parent, you remember as an athlete, you play high level football, but it's different when you're in the stands watching your son play high level football because you don't control the outcome. You helped him prepare, but at the end of the day, your impact is limited on game day. It feels like that with this election too, if I can make that analogy. It's almost
Can you get out there? Is there anything you could do to get out there and win the game today? I mean, I know at the end of the day,
I'm still sending text messages. I'm still gonna make calls. I'm still encouraging people to make calls. I'm gonna be out at polls. I'm gonna go to the train station.
You're not in Georgia, right? Because in Georgia, you can't give them no water. you can't say excuse me to nobody. What's
I did wear my shirt. I wore my shirt to the board of trustees. I'm the one I'm the anchor leg, baby.
They got all kind of rules down there.
Yeah, but you have to be 100 feet away from the polling site in order to campaign or whatever, so I had to wear a vest over my shirt today when I went and cast my vote. So there's a whole bunch of election law rules that you have to abide by, but I'm going to do anything and everything, man, because you put yourself out there. And then you just, again, here's the sports analogy. then you feel comfortable that the chips fall where they may. So that's where we are now, man.
Now, when you walk out of the voting pool, when there's a couple people around you, do you say, "So who'd you vote for?" I mean, what's up? What y'all thought?
Somebody on my way in was like, "Good luck today," and you don't know who knows you because it's a small community. But I don't know everybody, and you don't just expect everybody to know you. There are other black men, tall black men in my neighborhood. So believe it or not,
George, Steve, William,
and Bobby, it's y'all. But that felt good. It felt good hearing it. Good luck today. So I don't know that person voted for me, but they identified it was me and wished me good luck. Felt good. But yeah, man, it's interesting to see how life comes full circle because we spend our whole lives, you and I, playing football and competing in sports and basketball. And now you're doing it again as a parent. I'm doing it as a parent. You've done it as a coach. I've done it as a coach. But it does feel very similar to the competitive atmosphere of sport. It just happens to be politics, man.
So you took an L last time. What was your margin of loss? How far did you lose by?
Very few votes. I was fourth, and you had to be top three. 9 of us were vying for 3 spots, and I came in fourth. And very, very close. I don't remember how close it was now. But that day after, man, you wake up sick. You remember after a loss at Notre Dame,
yeah,
or whatever. At any point where you lose a game, you put so much work into it that next day, or even right after the game, like you can't even really move. You can't think about anything else. You just it consumes you. And I felt like that, to be honest with you. When I lost the first time, I felt like that, and it forced me to sort of look in the mirror and both answer the strategic questions. Okay, how did I come up short? But then the more in-depth question, okay, so what are you going to do now? And that's why I decided to run again. My kids are watching because I've told them several times, like, hey, man, you're gonna get knocked down. Like, what you gonna do?
In some ways, do you think it would have been easier if you came in 9th than 4th?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you came in 9th, you're like, I had no business running. This is not my thing. I don't do it. They're all sweeter than me. When you come in 4th, you like, if I'd held the door for one more person, if I would have just did one more thing, I can't. So in sports, I've coached so many times, we get our ass whooped. You mad as hell, and then you laugh. They beat the hell out of you. Yeah. When I lose by a point or 2 points, I still have demons of the close games that we've lost to this day. From games that my son can't remember even playing in the game. He doesn't remember what the hell I'm talking about. But we lost by like a point or something here. And I'm like, man, all I had to do, I told this. No, I shouldn't listen to this dude. It drives you so much.
Yeah, it's funny you say it, but it's way after the fact. Sorry. It's way easier to deal with when you get blown out. But when you're right there, you're that close, you analyze, overanalyze, reanalyze, you just go back and forth on, man, if I would have done this one thing. I was last time I was like, man, I should have wore a different cologne in that one event. Like you analyzing everything because you trying to, it matters to you. And I think that's what it boils down to when we look back at, and we do it in our show when we're looking at athletes and we give them, sort of that analysis we get when we critique. But the athlete, when it's all said and done, because it matters to you, right? You care. You spent so much time preparing. It meant so much to me that it hurt. But at the same time, it was like, okay, now you got to get up, put your big boy pants on and rock again. I got more involved in the community. I did more. I stepped up and tried to walk the walk as opposed to just continue complaining and say, well, if you would have voted for me, then you wouldn't have
all this mess. You see all this around, the litter on the ground, the litters and all that kind of stuff.
But it's tough. It's tough because you get into the race and you make yourself vulnerable and you put yourself out there, but you're hoping that the outcome is favorable. I think what sports has taught me, and I know you and I have talked about this off camera, so I know it's taught you that as well. It really is about the journey, because that is the character building. That is the depth in which sports just happens to be the channel in which you show the depth as a human. And so the same thing is true here with politics, man. It's the journey. So it's been fun, brother. We'll see.
What's a stronger emotion for you, the love of winning or the fear of loss?
That's a good question.
I mean, you're Mr. Excessive Celebration, so you love to win.
I love
to celebrate.
I love to win. I want to be in that end zone partying, baby. And tonight I want to be, doing the Cabbage Patch, you know what I'm saying? The Reebok, all of that in victory. But I still would say it's the disdain of losing, man. That feeling I think drives me more than the love of winning. I just hate because I think that is more impactful for me than that feel. That excessive celebration is cool, but it's temporary. You know what I'm saying? A loss it sits so deep in your stomach, man. That feeling, trying to avoid that feeling motivates me, I think, more than but
I'm gonna put something out there.
Party version of
to get you right in anything you're doing. You need some good doses of loss. And the reason why is, just like a drug, winning, if you win everything, you go and winning, you start to kind of get used to it. You expect to win. You happy after the game. You start, there's no more celebration as much. You're like, okay, whatever, I just won. But that loss is what stays with you to make you get up early, to make you work harder, make you do something else. The losses motivate. The winning is great, but the losses motivate. Winning can breed laziness. Yeah. Winning can breed complacency. Winning can breed a lot of different things, but loss, as long as you got enough dog in you, loss is going to drive you longer, make you get up early, make you squeeze a little bit more, make you push a little harder. So you took that first L. I think you're going to come in first and second this time. As long as you medal.
The job here is to make sure you're in that top 3. Be on the award stand, baby. I don't care where you at. Be on the award stand. Be on one of the top 3. So, man, I do agree with you though that the loss, and you see all these little cliche things, but was the lesson for me because it taught me again. I think of it separately about the campaign. How to be strategic and win a campaign, but more important to me, it taught me what my conviction was. Because again, I could have easily put my hat up and say, "Hey, man, I ran, I tried. Now y'all problems. I'm just going to be a part of the complaint corner now." But you know what I'm saying? It taught me more about they taught me more about my conviction. Nah, you serious about this? So whether you like it or not, you run it, right? You run it again, whether you like it or not.
So real quick, anybody watching this show hasn't got to vote. What you gonna change? What are you gonna do if you win?
I win. I want to be, really just a real inclusive type person in terms of how we operate as a town here in South Orange. I call myself the equity and inclusion candidate because I am all about that, but it crosses all different areas of what we do from government, from our recreational and cultural arts opportunities to making sure that we have, livable in terms of how people are spending their money, a livable environment where people of all ages and all socioeconomics can actually live here. I do a lot with our police to make sure the resident interaction with the police and the visitors through town is representative of the community that we say we are, that it's a welcoming place. So I say equity and inclusion, but it's a very broad use of what that phrase is in normal terms. But yeah, man, I just wanted to be a person that governs in a way that's transparent and that is, again, very inclusive. So
today's the day, baby.
Today's the day, man.
Today's the game day. Today's the game, baby.
Mom spaghetti.
We're gonna get ready, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
On that note, man, good luck today.
I appreciate you. So I'll go out with
vote for you. I would vote for you, but they call that fraud.
They call that fraud.
Call that voter fraud.
I'll sign off this, man. First of all, I appreciate you, brother, for thinking of me enough and seeing that post and being like, man, come on, we should talk about it. Because this we talk about rough, rugged, and raw. This is raw, straight from the heart, and I appreciate you thinking of me enough, man. That's why I said you my therapist today. But we've been asked. People have been asking us to do more throughout the week, so y'all get ready for it. This might be the beginning of some little.
Never know. Maybe one of these days we're gonna be flow and be and flow in the morning. We're gonna be.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be there. We gotta
find a way to get them serious. We got who driving in traffic and listen to us on the way to work.
Let's do it. In the meantime, y'all, if you're in South Orange, I don't care what you're doing. Make sure you prepare to vote before 8 p.m. Tell a friend. Tell everybody, man. Vote Bobby Brown on line B with the whole line B. Karen Hilton, Bill Haskins. Y'all go out and vote for us, man.
No doubt. We should have had them on the show.
We should have.
Next time.
We should have. I gotta go make some calls today, man. But brother, I really
gonna win, baby. Play like a champion today, baby. Leave it all on the field, man. Get out there, man. Talk to some people, man. Finish out. Champions win games.
That was my song. I needed to hear
Champions win games. Champions win games at the end of the game, man. Yeah, and you're gonna go win the championship at the end of the game, baby. That's how it is. You got to play 4 quarters. You got to take this to the end. You got to drive through the finish line. Play like a champion today, baby. Let's go, B. Let's go, B. Let's go. Whatever the person that is. Let's go.
There you go. All right, I appreciate you, Big Flo, man. We out, man. I'll see y'all Friday on the normal day and time of the Ball Hog Sports Talk. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Go vote.